Hi, this is Dr. David Serio. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube videos. If you like the channel, follow me, share the videos with your friends, put comments, send me messages. Thank you so much. Today I want to get into symptomology, and I want to share two stories with you that really drove home the essence of our philosophy and why it's so important for the person's safety that we're taking care of, and also why it's so important to give them maximum care through the essence of our philosophy. So the first story is a story of a woman named Beatrice. I was in practice about 4 months and she came to me and I asked her why she came, and she said, look, I have all this pain in my shoulders and my neck. I've been to tons of chiropractors, and about 8 in total, and they all told me that it would be time for my pain to go away because I had a rectified neck. Well, that time, and I gave some of them 9 months, it never went away. It kept getting worse. I've been to medical doctors. They just gave me pills. I've been to physical therapists, and they did all their work with machines and stuff. And my symptoms just keep getting worse and worse and worse. So she came to my orientation and I told her in the one-on-one with her, Beatrice, look, is it a possibility that your pain can go away? Sure. Just like it's a possibility that your energy can get better or that you can be happier, but here's the deal. The results as a chiropractor, I judge your results on one thing. Are the subluxations in your spine diminishing? Because that is always a positive, regardless of the expression of what you feel or don't feel after that. And she said, I agree. Great, let's get going. After about 2 months of care, she was really complaining about her pain. And I said, Beatrice, look, I'm not really feeling super comfortable with our care. You're judging everything I do on if your pain goes away or not. You're welcome to still come. And so she said, you know what, I'm going to go and get checked out by another doctor that a friend told me about, but I'm still going to continue with you. 3 days later, it was about 3 days, I get a phone call and my assistant says, Dave, there's a neurologist on the phone. And he says, is this David Serio? Now, I just got to Argentina. I'm in a new country. I don't really know anyone. I'm thinking here, all kinds of thoughts were going through my mind, like my life's over. What happened? I don't know. So he said, is this David Serio? Yes. And he said, you take care of a woman named Beatrice? Yes. Now my heart's dropping. And he says, yeah, I'm new in practice as well. And he says, you saved her life. How did I save her life? And he said, she came to me and no one had did a brain scan on her. And she told me what you had said to her about chiropractic. I want to meet you. I never met a professional that was so clear about what they do, what they don't do. And thanks to you, she got a brain scan and she has a tumor. And that tumor is referring into her neck and shoulders as pain. And she literally has about a month to live. We're going to remove it with an emergency removal. And long story short, she lived. And she brings her kids in for chiropractic still. Literally saved her life. Now, what would have happened if I was one of those chiropractors that said, just give the symptoms time? Principle 6, because you have rectification. And I would have convinced her that she needed to be under care another 6 months to give it a chance if her pain went away. What would have happened to her? She would have been dead. Now, she's in lifetime care, but for chiropractic, to have her subluxations removed for a better life expression. That's not philosophy, that's science. There are 20 million reasons for people to have neck and back pain, to have any kind of pain. And if we just look at an x-ray and say, Your neck has rectification and that's why you have pain. That's not even scientifically correct. It's not even scientifically correct. And in her case, she would have been dead. Story number 2. I have a woman named Constanza who's been coming in for years. So it was one of her visits, I think in about year 7. And she says to me, David, I know here you don't judge anything you do on symptoms, but I have this terrible migraine. And I said, okay, Beatrice, Constanza. And I checked her and I said to her, Constanza, look, you are totally clear today. My reading of my nervous scope, clear. My hands, clear. Everything I do shows you're clear. There is not enough money in the world you can pay me to put a force into your spine, because there's no force to put in. There's no subluxation to correct. And she said, I understand what you do, but I have this severe migraine. And I said, look, I care about you so much that there's no way I would touch you just because you have a symptom, because you have no nerve interference. And she leaves and she was a little upset. And I said, and this is where we cannot get attached to symptomology, because I'm so clear on that my work is to check objectively when there's subluxation and when there's not, and when there's not, there's nothing to do. So I said, Constanza, have a beautiful day. She called me literally about 6 hours later and said, you're a genius. Why is that? I said, because I got home and I realized what you told me during our visit today, that I need to, I had told her, Constanza, the best thing you could do is to understand your own body. And she goes home and she said, I realized what you told me today, that I need to understand my own body and that I was clear. So I was thinking about all these things of my past week and I didn't drink water. I literally exercised and I really didn't drink water. And as soon as I drank about 6 or 8 glasses of water, within a few hours, literally my headache started to diminish. And now it's totally gone. I really get what you do now. And that's just science of the human body. Our innate is always expressing to us. If we start to chase symptoms, we enter into, number one, a very dangerous place with the person. In the first story, if I would have been chasing Beatrice's symptoms, she would literally be dead now, because she might have not have ever gone to get a proper diagnosis, which was a brain tumor reflecting as pain in her neck and shoulders. And in the second case of Constanza, what is there to do if there's no subluxations, even though they have a migraine? And see, a lot of times in chiropractic, we think that empathy is listening to their symptoms and then doing something about that. But we're not there to fix people. We're there to make sure a major interference, the vertebral subluxation, is removed from their life. And if we know that we're doing that job, then they can listen to the messages of their body in the maximum expression. And that's really what this beautiful profession is about. Living from the inside out, letting our innate guide us in all of our needs. Thank you and have a beautiful day. If you love this video, subscribe to my channel, share it, send me comments, questions. Thank you so much.